Travel changes you, not all at once, not in some dramatic movie moment, but slowly, city by city, street by street, conversation by conversation. And somewhere along the way, you realize the world is a lot bigger than you thought, and somehow a lot smaller too. I've been to 45 countries, and every one of them has left a mark. But this story isn't really about all the places, it's about the journey. People ask me these questions all the time. Why travel so much? Why keep going? Why chase 50 countries for 50 years of life? And honestly, I've asked myself those same questions many times. Travel isn't always comfortable. It isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it's long flights. Sometimes it's getting lost. Sometimes it's standing somewhere you don't know the language and realizing how far you are from home. But that's exactly the point. Because when you step outside of what's familiar, you start to see the world differently. And even more importantly, you start to see yourself differently. Travel found me before I ever went looking for it. Long cross-country drives as a child, international flights in a nicotine smoke-filled cabin, and then I joined the Navy. The military sent me all around the world, Asia, Europe, and the Middle East, places most people only read about. At first, it was just another assignment, another duty station, another place on the map. But over time, something changed. I stopped seeing destinations as coordinates and started seeing them as characters. Each place had its own personality, its own rhythm, its own story. Photography changed everything because once you start looking through a lens, you begin to notice things most people walk past. The way light moves across the street, the way a city wakes up in the morning, the way a person's story shows up in their eyes. Photography slowed me down. Instead of rushing through destinations, I started to study them, watching them, listening to them. Some places feel loud, chaotic, electric. Others feel quiet, ancient, patient. That idea became the foundation of everything I do. Because the world isn't just geography, it's personality. At some point, I realized something. I had already been to 45 countries. 45. That's not something I planned. It just happened, one journey at a time. But when I look at that number, another thought came with it. What if I pushed it further? What if I made it intentional? So I set a goal. Visit 50 countries before I turn 51. But this channel isn't just about travel. It's about the intersection of travel, photography, and storytelling. Because when you bring a camera to a place, you're not just documenting it, you're interpreting it, translating the feeling of that place into something other people can experience. Over the next year, I'll be chasing that number, 50 countries. But more importantly, I'll be chasing the stories that come with them, the places, the people, and the moments that make each destination unique.
Mother Earth doesn't start the conversation. She waits for you to. She doesn't chase your attention. She doesn't introduce herself. She waits. Patient. Observing. Watching who slows down enough to notice her. She speaks in many ways. In the rhythm of waves crashing into shoreline. In the chaos of a crowded market. In the silence of mountains that have seen centuries pass. Sometimes she whispers. Sometimes she roars. But she's always speaking. Most people don't stay still long enough to hear her. Destinations speak if you're willing to listen. Travel, create, evolve.